College Gym Vids fan going live on YouTube. This is a full gymnastics meet. It's a men's gymnastics meet. I got my Roku on.
In BTN Plus,
I'll go to
Plus,
BTN Plus.
BTN Plus. Featured wrestling replays on BTN Plus button 1 of 2. Schedule highly at Michigan button 1 of. Latest
I
button
think I'll go
1
to
of.
latest.
Featured wrestling replays on schedule highly at Bird Iowa and Minute Sing Northwestern Nebraska button 17 of 20. Michigan Ohio Street button 16 of 20. Maryland Minnesota button up. Duke Iowa. Penn State India Illinois State Cornell Ohio Street button India Iowa Burt Iowa and Minute Sing Northwestern Nebraska button feature latest button 1 of schedule button 2 of 6 shows button 3 videos button 5 of 6. Classics shows button 3 of 6. Latest button 1 featured wrestling replays on the skip class schools.
I'm looking for the Ohio
Schedule
State.
Cornell at Ohio Street button 1 of 3.
I'm looking for the one that was on February 29th.
Shows 201920.
That was
basketball in 60.
gymnastics.
Maryland at Ohio State.
Ohio State
2020.
versus Navy. I don't know where it is. I don't know if they
2-0.
deleted it or what.
The Journey 2029. Schedule Cornell at Ohio Street button 1 of 3. WC Michigan latest but schedule classics button 4 of 6.
I mean, it's got to be here somewhere. What do they do?
Latest
Delete
button
it
1 of 6.
when it's...
Schedule Cornell latest button 1 of schedule.
I mean, I'm
button
looking at
2 of 6.
schedule, I'm looking at
Cornell,
latest, I'm
Ohio
looking
Street
at everything.
button 1 of 3 in a grid. Sunday, March 1st, 2020. There, Sunday, March 1st. Saturday, February.
Okay,
Navy,
there.
Ohio Street button. Press it. In video previously viewed dialog, please select an option from the menu below. Resume button. Play from in loading video. Please wait.
Volume 41. Volume 43.
And right now we are watching the Ohio State versus Navy today, men's gymnastics
Volume 42. Volume 41.
set. We'll get you posted on that score very soon.
And Ryan McVeigh just finished up on the horse for the midshipmen with a strong performance. Both teams starting off very strong with their first guy up in the competition today.
So as you can see, let's see. Yeah, Ohio State finished second in the Southwest Cup. So Ohio State is going against Navy right now, and Navy isn't a team to overlook. Navy has actually been doing pretty good this season, and we'll get a chance to see that today from them. So what do you think we can expect today from Navy and Ohio State men's gymnastics? So
I think that Kip Simon's crew, the Naval Academy midshipmen, are going to come out and have a strong performance today like they have previously this year. They're currently ranked number 7 in the NCAA, which is not far behind Rustam Sheripov's crew, the Ohio State University, which are ranked number 5 in the country. So I think that, if they both come out and do their jobs, we're going to have a really close meet.
So right here's Carlson on the pommel horse. salutes to the judges, letting them know that he's ready.
And we just got Ryan McVeigh's score in on pommel horse, who led the midshipman off. He got a 12.95, which is a good start for them.
Here we go, swings to the handstand. Some scissor work. Some single pommel circles here. Goes in a little bit rough.
Stays on, good fighting.
There he goes with the D-flop. Some nice hand placements here. Oh, a little bit stumble from Carlson, and he falls off the pommel horse. That's going to be huge, huge deduction right there. It's going to be about a point off from Carlson.
Okay, Navy is doing the vault.
And then here in the background, we have Chan on the floor. He's up right now. He's our senior.
Actually, I think that's
today.
an error.
There he goes,
because
double Arabian.
Navy was
Nice
just
110
doing
pop.
pommel horse, not
Yeah,
vault.
senior captain Michael Chan
Now
could be
there's
in the
a
floor
Ohio
exercise
State
for
doing four.
just the second time this year. Looking to have a strong performance from him. He's always one that the Buckeyes can count on to rise to the occasion.
For sure, and Chan's been working very hard on this floor set. Chan hasn't really done floor too much throughout the season, so he's here to definitely prove a statement for his last senior night here competing at Cabelli. Goes into the handstand, a little slight stumble. Oh, it's okay. That sometimes happens from the gymnast. Usually that shouldn't be an issue for him. He goes, takes a quick deep breath, goes in for the round off, back handspring. 2.5, nearly sticks it. A strong performance from Chan. That's going to be a nice score for Ohio State.
Yeah, it's very strong. Clean landings, clean in the air. Other than that press handstand there prior to his last pass, it was a perfect routine.
So here's a replay now on pommel horse. Goes back, okay. Steps up, swings nicely up to the handstand, finishes strong. A little bit unfortunate for Navy that he had a fall right there, but able to finish it strong.
Yeah. In gymnastics, even if you have a little stumble or error, you got to get back up, and that's exactly what Jacob Carlson just did for the midshipman. Got back up and finished the job.
Now here's Clark getting ready to go up on pommel horse. Takes quite some time sometimes for these judges to finalize their scores, so these gymnasts need to be prepared at any moment to swing. As you can see, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but that's what we're here for. So what do you think we can expect today from Ohio State men's gymnastics?
I think that we can expect to fight all the way to the end through all 6 events, and hopefully if they do their jobs, they'll come out on top. But you gotta do your job first.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've got Sean Nybarger, a junior on the team, also a co-captain, starting his floor routine for the Buckeyes. First pass, they're out of bounds, but he recovers.
There we go. Double Arabian nearly almost steps out of bounds right there, but he's able to stay in. Goes double layout, very nice from Sean. Goes into split. Every single gymnast is required to do a side pass similar to this, so you will get a chance to see most of these gymnasts do something interesting like that. Goes nice transition to the end right there. Goes front handspring, double front, sits it down, unfortunately. That's going to be a huge deduction for Sean. He needs to finish strong here. Okay, goes for 2.5, punch half. He's settling into the dismount, taking some deep breaths. Bell rings. Round up, I can't spring. Half and half out.
Small hop there on the dismount. Something that will be very important as the meet continues on. We'll be looking for those stuck dismounts there, gaining 1/10 back to the routine start value.
And here's a replay from Clark. Goes into the scissors. Some nice scissor work from him. single pommel. He looks very strong on pommel horse here. Goes in for the E flop. Very nice swing here. E Russian as well. They're a little shaky with the Magyar, but he's able to pull it around. Does the Savado cleanly. And then, oh, but right there you see that's going to be a huge deduction for Clark. But he's happy about his performance. He's able to stay on.
Up next on the floor exercise, we've got freshman Kazuki Hayashi for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He has proved to be one of the key players in the Ohio State men's team lineup. Week after week, he comes out and performs.
He goes visualizing his routine a little bit. You see Jacob Carlson in the back there. Got an 11.45 on pommel horse. A little bit unfortunate for Navy. We'll see how that compares to Sean Nybarger's on floor. Now, as you can see, like I said before, the judges do take some time to get their scores finalized, so these gymnasts need to always be prepared at any moment to salute and be ready. So it is a little nerve-wracking, but it's what we have to do.
Sean Nybarger's score just came in at a 12.95. That fall there on his handspring double front really hurt him there, but other than that, it was a strong performance.
We go from Kazuki. Double-double, slide fumble, and that very clean in the air.
Layout punch double full, small hop there on the landing.
Goes 2.5, punch half, sticks it like he should. Suzuki goes back 4.5, punch full. Suzuki's going to do a double full here. Then he's going to go into his side pass here. You see Navy in the background is getting very excited about their pommel horse routine.
Kazuki here performing his one non-acrobatic skill, which is required for all floor routines. Strong handstand position there.
So here the bell rings.
Going into his last pass here, a huge triple full.
Yeah,
With a
you can
small
see
step there.
little slide fumble. That bell means that there's 10 seconds left on the clock. So that means 10 seconds left to perform the rest of the routine, or there will be a deduction, but Suzuki Hayashi is able to perform strongly. Here we go with another Navy replay.
Ryan Ork here on the pommel horse. Some good open circles there, small form breaks. Continues to move through the routine though. Something about these midshipmen is that there is a fight in every single one of their routines. They will not come off the event willingly.
Obviously swinging. There is a little bit of skew in his circles. He will get deducted for that. Other than that, just as long as you can stay on pommel horse in college, then you should be set, honestly. There he goes, finishes the handstand. He's able to finish it off. The team is happy about that score.
Last up for the Buckeyes here, we've got Jesse.
In video playback error dialogue and
Now,
errors
I
for
don't
all
understand
playback
why
video, please try.
It's
NBTN
saying
plus
that.
Saturday, February 29th, 2020. Navy Ohio Street button.
Quit
Press
that.
OK to select in a grid. In video previously viewed dialogue, please select an option. NBTN plus retrieving.
Buckeyes here, we've got Jesse Tyndall, currently a sophomore. He is the anchor for this floor lineup today. Strong performance. Jesse is currently ranked number 4 in the NCAA on this event with the capabilities of scoring a 14.5 or higher. That will be huge here for them. They need him to really have a strong performance.
The last meet he actually scored here, Cabelli scored a 15, which was pretty insane. That's what was that, a career high for Jesse?
That was a career high for Jesse Tyndall between last year and this year.
He was a former national team member from Canada. Was into the 2.5.
Kazuki's score just came up. He got a 14.4.
That's going to be huge for Ohio State. So far, it's so good for Jesse. He's very clean in the air. Here he goes.
Huge stick there. That was very important. Double Arabian half.
He goes for his non-acro. Split. Goes in for the wide arm press handstand. Is a little slightly more difficult than a regular handstand. Nods his head.
Looking for that 3-second hold there in the handstand position.
Much pull.
Here he comes bringing it home with a triple full dismount.
See if he can pull off the stick here. Oh, unfortunately steps out of balance. It's very uncharacteristic of Jesse to do something like that, but he's able to finish the routine and pull it off. We should be expecting at least a high 13 from Jesse on that routine. But here we go. Looks like Navy finished off another good pommel set.
David Toussaint there. Had a little bit of a fight there on the dismount. But other than that, the routine was looking very, very clean. It will also be huge for them.
Go into circles, single palm circles here. Very interesting. I've never seen that type of flop done before. He turned his hand a little bit differently than usual. And he does the E flop right there. Looks like he's about to go into a Sabato. Oh, no. Oh, a little bit of fight right there. He's able to stay on. There's Magyar. There's the Sabato. Swing it up to handstand. A little shaky. You can see his knees are bent and his toes aren't pointed right there. That's going to be a huge deduction, especially for pausing right there. But other than that, a nice routine from him.
Performing an exhibition here for the Buckeyes is Jacob Griegar.
Griegar is a strong performer here on floor. Does have some hiccups here and there, but he's able to pull a very high difficulty routine. Oh, does a
Sticks his
double
first
double
pass.
with an extra half. Sticks it. Goes up. He is locked in right now. Just a slight 1/10 hop.
Following Jesse Tyndall's performance, which was a 14.05 as a score.
Does a double double. Sticks his double double as well.
Jacob Griegar showing that he is a strong competitor. A
That's-
little hiccup there on that pass. Continues to move on.
Would be just a slight deduction, but other than that, he was clean in the air. The technique just wasn't there, but he was able to pull it around. 4.5, punch half. Plays it safe and clean right there for that side pass. Here he goes, winding up for the dismount. Takes a nice deep breath. Sets up high. Triple full sticks it. He's happy about that. He's trying to make a statement to the coaches, letting them know that he is ready to be competing. On
Okay,
this
their
event.
event total
That
was
wraps up our first event there with
68.4.
that strong performance from Jacob Griegar. Neither team, Navy nor Ohio State, acquired their highest scores on these events for the year. As Ohio State finished with a 68.4 on the floor, and Navy finished
Navy
with
got
63.35.
63.35.
I'm actually very interested to know what Green
But
Bay
I
got
think
on
that's
that
a
routine.
mistake to say
Yeah,
Navy
so that'll be an
ball
interesting score. I think that he
because
would be
it wasn't
close
Navy
to, if
ball.
not higher
It
than
was
14 on that routine.
For
Navy
sure.
doing pommel horse for exercise.
Very
was for
interesting
Ohio
performances. See, we have Ohio State so far looking like they will be ahead in this first rotation.
Yes, taking a 5-point lead, which is very important. You want to get ahead and stay ahead through the duration of the competition.
It's very important, definitely not to relax towards the last two events here. Something that Ohio State has been struggling with a little bit, but definitely been addressing that during practice recently. letting know that they cannot be relaxing, especially when they're ahead. This fight is definitely not over for the Buckeyes. We're going to go to a quick break here in a second. We'll see y'all here in a little bit. We are here with the second rotation. Ohio State Buckeyes lead Navy with a 5-point lead. Strong start from both teams. See, we have Ohio State here on pommel horse and Navy on floor.
Yes, Ohio State coming off one of their strongest performances last time out in Arizona, being led by junior former All-American Trevor Cummings and also by their sophomore Luke Smigliani. We'll be expecting some big performances out of those two on the pommel horse.
For sure, those guys are some heavy competitors here for Ohio State's pommel horse lineup. Andrew Brower is definitely one to look out for. Pretty much the whole lineup here for pommel horse from Ohio State is very
Navy
strong.
is
Actually,
doing
one of the
floor
best in the
exercise
nation
now.
here. So we can definitely see some great things from them. So here we have Brower on pommel horse first up.
Yes, and over on the floor, we have Ben Provost starting off with the midshipmen. And they have another man named Lucas Beltran, who is a force to be reckoned with, as he is also capable of getting that 14 score on the floor, which is something that we'll be looking for today.
It was interesting
This is an hour and 30 minutes.
to do a double back right there. Front full. Does a front full. Very interesting from him. Usually gymnasts don't fumble on a pass like that, but
Just a little under-rotated there.
goes into the handstand. It's a double full.
Double full with that stuck landing there.
It's
Very important.
It goes 1.5 punch half. So he's playing it a little safe on this routine. If he can stay clean, then he should be able to post a high score. But unfortunately, he fell earlier, so that's going to be a point off in his total routine. Bell rings, goes in for the 2.5, nearly
Saves it there on the
able to
landing.
save it.
Big fight there out of the midshipmen, starting him off on floor.
Now here's Andrew Brower on pommel horse. Swings it up to the handstand, does some nice scissor work. Is known for his pommel horse here. Some nice swings. He goes into the D Russian. Magyar with the handles. Sabato going back with the handles as well. Steps up. See if he's able to finish it off. Swings up to the handstand, pushes. That will be a slight deduction for stopping, but other than that, that was a nice routine from Andrew Brower.
Yes, that was a very solid routine for him to lead off the Buckeyes on the pommel horse. Next up on the floor, we have Connor Van Loo. They'll be looking to him on this routine to pick it up and hit a routine as his teammate Pryor had that one little slip up on his side pass.
Very interesting to see what Andrew Brower scored on the pommel horse. expecting hopefully a 13. There we go, 13.35. Strong start.
Not a
for
bad
Ohio
start for
State.
him. Not a bad start.
In video playback error dialog, an error occurred while trying to play this video. Please try again if this problem persists. In BTN Plus, Saturday, February 29th, 2020. Friday, February 20th. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, February 1st, 2020. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, February, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, February, Saturday, February, Navy, Ohio Street button, press. In video previously, in BTN Plus retrieving.
Apparently goes in for the double-double.
Huge double-double, steps out of bounds there.
And then in the background, we have Castilla, which is one of our seniors on the pommel horse. Just does a double 4 right there. So takes a big 3/10 step right there. Here he goes, right off. 2.5, punch half. Steps out of bounds. Interestingly enough, on his transition, that will be a 1/10 deduction. Takes a 1/10 hop there. But other than that, I mean, he's clean. Whoa, very
Interesting
interesting.
transition there to his non-acrobatic skill.
You don't really see that too much. Definitely shocked us both. Looking for the press handstand. Looks like takes a nice deep breath before his dismount here. Bell rings indicating there's 10 seconds left.
Huge triple full there.
Fold. Looks like he stuck it, but there was a slight step there. It was a good routine from him though. And here's Bobby Castilla Jr. on pommel horse.
Senior here on the men's gymnastics team.
To the Russians. Magyar is leaning back a little bit right there, but he's able to pull it. Pushes back with the Savato. See, he looks stable. I want to see. He did fumble earlier. I want to see exactly where though. He's a Russian.
A little bit of exhaustion there in the dismount.
He won't get credit for that dismount. He's going to have to do that dismount again. But other than that, I mean, the rest of the routine was good. Hopefully score at least a 12-9, 12-8 on that event.
Over on the floor, we've got Josh Williams up next for the midshipmen.
He's from Houston, Texas. She trained at Cypress Academy. We should be expecting a nice floor set here.
Ohio State creating some more energy here with the fans. Very important when you're at home to establish that connection. Senior Robert Castilla just got a 12.9 on the pommel horse. They'll be looking at sophomore Luke Smigliani have another breakout performance here as he did the last time out.
And see, that's a good score for having a fall like that, especially not getting credit for your dismount as well. So that goes to show how clean and how nice Bobby's routine is usually. But Bobby should be able to assess that issue and fix it during practice. So now here's Luke Smigliani on the pommel horse. This is the Russian master here. You see Russian here. Teammates are looking happy with that. See if
Nice
he can be
extended
stable.
circle so far. Very few form breaks
Very
there in the legs.
His hand placements are very nice. Is he able to finish it? He's able to finish it with some flair.
Huge routine for
Ohio
the
State.
Buckeyes. Way to pick it back
That
up.
is going
Sophomore Luke Smigliani. Huge routine.
huge, absolutely huge routine for Luke. We can be expecting, what, maybe 13.8, 13.9 possibly?
I'm honestly going to go with a 14 or
14,
higher,
yeah.
just like the last time out.
And here we go.
Josh Williams on the floor now.
That was a very interesting start to his side pass there. He was extended while he was going to his wide arm press.
Huge stuck double four right there. Every 10th matters. Every landing, every step. Maybe not giving that up right now in this routine. Another stuck landing there. Very important as he's following Connor Van Loo's 13.8 on the floor.
Goes in for the 2.5. Oh, it looks like he was about to
stuck.
take it. Takes one step, but he's happy with that routine.
Very clean. Luke Smigliani's score just came in over on the pommel horse.
After one rotation, 89.55
Very,
to
very important as they
94.65.
go now to their sophomore from Latvia, Richard.
I think that'd be after
who is
2
capable of
rotations.
scoring a 14
Because
or
they're
higher as well.
in the second
He
rotation
has
now.
visited world competitions here as well.
89,
Definitely has a lot of experience here on this
55 to
event.
108.
Being on the world stage.
45.
So we can expect him to be very confident.
This is BTN's
huge
student
capability of getting
view.
that 14 score that we'll be looking for today. Has yet to do so this year though, but fully capable.
Deep breath, relaxes his mind. Goes in for the scissor work.
Picks up some very nice circles there. Those hips are fully extended.
He does have a very beautiful swing here. Very nice Russians there.
Goes into his Magyar now. Pushing down that horse, keeping those hips extended, which is very, very important. Just need him to bring it home now on the dismount.
Swings it up. Very nice routine from Riyard. He is excited about that. The whole team is going to be benefiting from that routine.
Yes, that was huge for him.
Huge for Ohio State as well.
We've got Frank Bradley over on the floor right now. As he's following Josh Williams, 14.1 on the floor.
He goes 2.5, punch half. With a nice stick there. This is side pass split. Sets up for the wide arm. Presses up. Very interesting position of the wrist there. Here he goes. 2.5.
Nice landing there.
You can see Navy is very good at having those sticks. They don't want to give away any tenths whatsoever. Just a slight hop there, however.
Getting ready for his last pass now, taking a small breath.
Goes in for the triple, slight hop. It's going to be a nice, huge routine for Navy.
Yes. Very, very big routine there for them as they're getting ready for Lucas Beltran to perform as their anchor on the floor. Over on the pommel horse, we've got Trevor Cummings Jr. Last year he had some big, big accomplishments on this event for the Buckeyes at the NCAA championships, and they need one from him right now.
Trevor here is an All-American.
I am now
You
28
can definitely be
minutes
expecting
into
some
meet.
big things from him. As you can see, other than Robert Castilla's unfortunate fall on pommel horse, the Buckeyes score a solid 13 with Andrew Brower and Luke Smigliani. The scores will be huge for an event, especially like pommel horse.
And Richard Tram's score just came in as a 13.8, which I believe that was the same as Luke Smigliani's score, which is very important for those two guys. Part of the sophomore class to show up and hit their routines, and they did that.
It's definitely important to get ahead on an event just like pommel horse where everyone stumbles and fumbles here and there. So see what Trevor can do here.
Trevor capable of that very big score. They need one of those performances from him right now.
Relaxes here.
Beautiful scissor work there, picking up into some circles.
Unfortunately, falls right there.
Yeah, it gets caught up there on the one pommel work.
It's a high in gymnastics. It's a high risk, high reward situation. Trevor here is known for his high risk situations on the horse. This is why he was an All-American, is because last year he was capable of actually performing that very cleanly, that routine very cleanly and well. So stuff like this does happen, especially on this event. So let's see if he can finish strong. Even if he does finish strong here, then he should still be able to score a 13 with just the amount of difficulty he's able to do.
Yeah, very important that he stays on the horse now. Has to fight all the way to the end.
Has to improvise here a little bit. Pushes back.
Getting ready for the dismount now.
Doesn't give away any tense whatsoever. There's a slight smile on his face. He's happy with the fact that he finished the routine strong, but not so happy about the fact that he didn't do it the way that he wanted to. Maybe we could be seeing possibly a 13-2 from him just because the start value is so high. So here's the replay of Navy on floor. Goes in for the double-double.
Lucas Beltran. Huge double pike on the floor.
Back when I was competing in JO, he was definitely known for being a very powerful and strong gymnast. Remember, I talked to him about how exactly he's capable of doing that on the floor. He says that it's just all hard work and dedication, pretty much.
And he's proving just that. While there's still a few hops there on the landings, his form in the air is almost perfect. Very important. Not giving up any tense there. A little struggle on the press.
In video playback error dialogue and error occurred while in BTN plus Saturday, Friday, February 28th, 2020. Saturday, February 29th, 2020. Navy Ohio Street button. In video previously viewed dial. In BTN plus retrieving.
Situated here. Very interesting. He will get deducted on that. Wasn't too clean in the air, but he was able to pull it around. Just as long as he didn't take any steps whatsoever out of that, then he should be in good shape. Goes in for a triple, huge hop there, however. That's going to be about 3/10 deduction. If not, if the judges are a little bit malicious, they'll take a little bit more for that. Here we go with Curtis Chang.
Performing an exhibition for the Buckeyes here. He is one of the hardest workers on this team from what we've been told, and he is trying to earn that spot in the lineup. Trevor Cummings' score just came in, which was a 12.6, which is really going to hurt the Buckeyes. As Lucas Beltran's score also just came in with a 14.1, which has closed the gap on the Buckeyes that they had built up after that first event.
Goes slight feet separation there.
Few form breaks there for Curtis.
Trying to stay on the pommel horse there. Very clean though. Magyar pushes back. He's able to fight and stay on. Swings up to the handstand. Pushes, and finishes strong.
Strong dismount there from Curtis. While that routine did not count for the Buckeyes, that proves promising in the future as a guy that they can count on to get up into the routine.
Event total,
Finishing that second
134,
rotation, we have the Buckeyes still
8.5.
leading the Navy midshipmen with a 134.85 to
That's pretty good.
131.95.
Still a good lead from the Buckeyes here, but we're going to see how the next couple events go. Like I said before, no one can relax here. It's still up for anyone's game. We're about to go on break here.
131.95
back to the
to
Belly Center between Ohio State and
134.85.
Navy. We enter our third rotation
After
where
two
Ohio State will be on the
rotations.
still rings and the Navy
So
midshipmen
Ohio
will be on the
State's
vault
only got like a
exercise.
3
Ohio State
lead.
with a score of 134.85. Navy with a score of 131.95. Navy is ranked right here, vault number 4 here on vault, and then Ohio State is ranked number 8 here on rings. Here we go with Michael Chan on the rings.
Leading off on vault for the midshipmen, they have Josh Williams.
Now Josh Williams here is a powerful vaulter as well, especially with this floor. He's known for being powerful.
We've got Michael Chan on the rings right now. Rings is perfecting those strength moves and those swinging skills. So as we see those two Yamawakis right there, different positions, the tuck and the pike. It is important to keep pressure on the rings and, you know, just trying not to get any deduction during those two skills.
There he goes, holding the handstands. Very clean. Goes for dismount. Sticks the
landing.
dismount. That is going to be a huge routine for Michael Chan. Way to finish it up here at Cavelli for his last time competing here. And nice little shoulder bump there from Luke Smigliani. The whole team is happy with that routine. It's going to be huge for the Buckeyes to see what the scores are going to end up showing. Here we go. Got some. You see. What else do you think we can expect here for Navy?
I think Navy's going to do what they've done every week so far and come out and land all their vaults near perfect. Starting off here with Josh Williams, they'll be expecting for him to land with as little deduction on the landing as possible. This is an event where they can really get ahead of the Buckeyes as they're ranked higher than them in NCAA coming into this meet. But again, it's all about who shows up on the day of competition to do their job. And here we come with Josh Williams.
Goes for double.
Yes,
Slide step there.
Huge cause full in the air. Little deduction, if any. Just there on the landing, though, he did have a huge step, which will affect his score.
These two events are actually one of the weakest for the Buckeyes here. Buckeyes are number 9 on vault, and like I said before, number 8 on ring. So these are the two weakest events for the Buckeyes. But they've been working very hard in the gym, trying to bump those scores up a little bit, trying to be a little cleaner here and there. And here we have Max on the rings. Looks very determined right now.
Yes, sophomore Max Andrushenko. The Buckeyes have unfortunately missed his presence in lineups at the beginning of the season, but they'll be looking to him right now to show that strength and follow Michael Chan's huge performance, which was a 13.5 on the rings.
Max is coming off of a double surgery here, but he's able to come back on rings stronger than ever. Sets up rings. Goes up into the cross there. Hands extended to show full control. Shadow plunge. Rolls up into the giant.
Moving into his Yamawakis now. Very, very good form, which is very important. And then going back up into that straddle elbow, looking for those toes to be pointed up towards the ceiling and not the ground, which he does a very good job of.
Goes straight arm press handstand. Usually a lot of gymnasts struggle on that.
It's just a show of his strength. Max is a very, very strong athlete.
He goes half and half out.
And it proved on that routine with that
Sticks
stuck
it.
landing.
Usually Max is capable of scoring even higher on the rings, but he's excited for that routine. Here he goes. Half and half out. Usually he does a laid out version of that, but he's still coming back and he's still trying to get a little bit stronger, a little bit more comfortable with that before he can put it in a competition.
Yeah.
So here's a replay of Navy on the vault.
And Frank Bradley performing the same vault as his teammate previously with the cause full.
Nearly sticks it as well. Should be a high score.
Yes, and Connor Van Loo, the third guy up in Navy's vault rotation, does a Yurchenko style vault, which is a round off and then a back handspring onto the table, and he just comes off of a huge, huge stuck landing on this vault.
That's going to be huge for Navy as well. Any sort of stick on vault is going to be big for a team. Should be looking for sticks clean in the air. He does both of those
Yes,
there. His
very,
chest isn't even down
very
there
good
as well.
form in the air. That'll be a huge score.
That should be at least a 14, maybe 14-2, 14-3.
Yeah, but over on the rings now, we have freshman Donovan Hewitt getting ready to follow Max Andrushenko's performance of 13.8 on the rings. Donovan Hewitt has the capabilities of scoring just as well as the previous two, if not better, as he has a very strong ring performance.
Keep in mind, he's only a freshman as well, and he's as strong as his seniors and juniors, his upperclassmen here. Here we go with Donovan Hewitt, aka Chungus on the rings. Here he goes, holding that Maltese, level with the rings. Goes for the straddle plunge.
Lowers down into a Maltese there.
A little bit high. I wonder if he'll get credit for that, but we'll see. Goes to the Giannisson, Yamawaki. Straddle, L position.
Gets a chance to breathe right there. This is a very long routine.
Goes to Giant. A little bit shrug, a little shaky right there, but he's able to hold it. Holds the handstand. A little bit shaky. He's going to have to do something here. Pulls it around. Sticks the dismount. As you can see, that dismount isn't too difficult for Donovan Hewitt, so he's able to just do it out of a not so good Giant, not so good start, but he was able to pull it around.
David Toussaint here on the vault.
There's a replay here. Goes for a double. Sticks that vault as well. That is huge.
Another stuck vault for the Navy midshipman, which is very, very important. We talk about those landings. You know, you don't want to give up any.
In video playback error dialog, an error occurred while trying to play this video. Please try again. If this problem persists, please restart your Roku player by unplugging it from the power source and plugging it back in again. Close button. Press. NBTN plus Saturday, February 29. Navy Ohio Street button. NBTN plus retrieving.
We talk about those landings. You know, you don't want to give up any.
We're 42 minutes in.
Any tenths of those last two vaults on the landing.
Looks like Navy's trying to pick up some momentum here, starting off on vaults against the Buckeyes. Max previously scored 13.8 on rings. That is ginormous for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, David Toussaint there scored a 14.6 with his stuck vault.
That is insane. Nearly sticks that vault too.
Huge 2.5. Huge 2.5 vault, which was a half twist more than his teammates had done prior to him.
It's just crazy how vault could be a huge buffer for most teams. Vault is just something where you just do one skill, and if you do that one skill correctly, and if you do it like you're supposed to, then you're capable of scoring 14s. So,
And Navy's taking advantage of that. You know, this is one of their stronger events. You know, they are taking advantage of it.
it is a little unfortunate for the Buckeyes here when Navy's coming in with the lead. Here we go with Josh Seltz.
And Josh
Rings.
Seltzer, a junior for the Buckeyes, he is a very important piece to their success, as he has the ability to score that huge score on the rings and use his strength to the advantage of himself and the team. They'll be looking at him right now to perform one of his best routines.
Always with a smile on his face before he's about to go.
still waiting on Donovan Hewitt's score to come in there on the rings.
It'd be very interesting to see what that score would be.
I do not think that he, 13.25, a little bit lower than his teammates, but you know that fight to the end was very, very important.
Just as long as you could stay above that 13 mark, especially on a week event for Ohio State Buckeyes on the rings, then it should be enough to move on to the next event. They're just going to have to show up here, finish up rings, and show up on vault. We're going to see if they can overtake Navy again.
Yep, they'll be looking at Josh Seltzer right now to try and break that 14 mark on the rings.
See if he can do it here. So you have to do strong holds.
Comes out with a Maltese.
Maltese very holds it extra long.
Yep.
Show that he's a strong beast here on this event.
Looking for those 3-second holds off the strength moves.
Those holds. Multi lowers down to multi, similar to Donovan Hewitt, as you saw before. Touchdown Milwaukee.
Nice
Right to
work
Milwaukee.
there on the swing elements of his routine.
Swings up to the giant.
A little bit of a fight there in the handstand. Solid on that one.
See if
Bring
he
it
can pull
home
it
for his
around.
dismount.
Takes the dismount. He was happy with that routine. That was a beautiful performance from Josh Seltzer. Here he goes, going giant through, laid out half and half out, slight deduction with the toes, but he's able to stick that dismount. Chest is up there. Whole team is happy with that one, trying to change the energy here for the Buckeyes. And next up here for Ohio State Buckeyes on rings is Angel. He's a very clean performer on the rings.
Sophomore Angel Leon has proved to be a key part to this rings lineup. While they're still not one of the top teams in the country on the still rings, he has been able to break that 14 mark twice now in the last 2 weeks. And they'll be looking for him to do that for a third time in a row here.
That would be great for the Buckeyes, honestly, especially with the way that Navy's leading right now. So far, the scores aren't finalized yet. We're still needing Josh's score to come in. We should be expecting high score from him and Angel's score, and then we could be moving on to the next event for the Buckeyes as well.
Yep, and you know, at the beginning of this, we told you that Navy was a strong team, and it is just important to note on that. You know, while Ohio State is not the strongest on rings, Navy has that as their strongest event. They're ranked nationally as third on this event. So, you know, the score from Josh Seltz will be very, very important, and then it will also be very important for Angel Leo to hit this routine the way that he knows how to.
So it'll be very interesting as well, because for Ohio State, their weak events are vault and rings as well, and for Navy, their strong events are rings and vault. So we will see how that matches up for the rest of the competition. Angel looking relaxed here. A lot of people ask what those marks are on gymnasts' shoulders. You'll be seeing that a lot in the Olympics and a lot of Olympic sports. It's actually called cupping. A lot of the gymnasts and other athletes use that for muscle recovery, so it's nothing too insane. A lot of people have questions about that. What kind of score do you think we can be expecting here from Angel Leon?
I think that Angel's going to hit that 14 mark today. He is a competitor that rises to the occasion, and you know he has proven to not break under pressure. So, you know, I think he's going to go to work now on this routine, and we're going to see some awesome strength holds from him that are going to be longer than those 3 seconds, just to emphasize, you know, hey, this is an easy skill for me, and there's no deduction. So let's look to him for that now.
So waiting on the judges to finalize the scores. See, Seltz scored a 13.7 on the rings. That's going to be a nice, strong score for the Buckeyes. Here we go. Angel salutes here on rings.
Angel getting started here. While he does not have the most difficult start value for the Buckeyes, he is one of the cleanest on this event.
For sure. Definitely the cleanest on the team in this event. Trying to show off his holds. He usually holds this longer than 3 seconds. Like nearly 5 seconds there in the hold.
And that handstand, the line in the handstand, not shaking on the rings. Very, very important to show that to the judges. A little trouble there on the pike Yamawaki, but he does recover. There's no swing on those rings right now.
But as you can see, the rings are turned out. They're not turned in. There's no shake whatsoever. Trying to show full control. Slight shake there, but you notice that his arms didn't bend whatsoever there. See what he goes. He does do a double-double here.
Huge double-double.
Pulls it around. Only a slight step there. Coaches are happy with that.
Okay, these are the
Here's
rankings.
the dismount here. Double-double.
Navy is number 7 and Ohio State is
Outside
number
of that
5.
step, though, the only other hiccup in that routine would have been that pike Yamawaki, which the judges are probably going to take advantage of there. But again, other than that, he is a very clean and solid gymnast, and he just proved that again.
Looks like Navy is going to be in the lead for this one, finalizing their score of a 204.450. We're still waiting on the score for the Ohio State men's gymnastics team to compare the two. But overall, strong performances from both teams. Be interesting to see how both teams stack up in the next few events.
Yeah, we're entering that point in the competition where we're halfway through.
Alrighty, so we are going on break right now. We will be right back from the Covelli Center. Navy is finishing off with a 131.950. Ohio State with 134.850. Coming up in the lead. And we will catch y'all back here in a minute.
Oh
Welcome
yeah,
back here from
Navy
the
does
Covelli
have
Center
the
with
lead
Ohio State
because
men's
Ohio
gymnastics team going
State's
against
got
Navy's men's gymnastics team.
202.65.
Right now the scores
Navy's
are
got
204.450 with Navy in the lead against Ohio
Kip
State
Simons
with
is Navy's head coach.
202.650. Right here we have Kip Simmons.
Yeah, Kip Simons is a former Ohio State athlete, 4-year letter winner for the OSU gymnastics team in his time here. He proved to be a very, very successful gymnast in his collegiate career, and he's proven that he can create gymnasts just like he was at the college level as well. He has to be very, very happy with his guys right now as they have to lead. And now we shift over to Rustam Sheripov, whose group is trailing right now by just under 2 points to the midshipmen. Obviously not an ideal situation for them to be in right now, but they do have the ball
Rustam
rotation coming up.
Sheripov
And as you can
is
see now, he was the gold medalist.
ninth season as
parallel
Ohio
champion
State
in the 1992 Olympics.
gold
And
medalist
the
in
parallel bars will be
92
the Buckeyes'
Olympics.
5th rotation, so we'll be looking for a strong performance from them on that event.
And then you couldn't see, but in the background, while Rusam was looking, Justin Achow just finished up on the vault. Took a slight step, but we should be expecting huge score from him. Here we go into the Maltese here for Navy.
Yeah, Ryan Ork right now leading the midshipmen off on what is their strongest event as they are ranked 3rd nationally.
In video playback error dialogue and error occurred in BTN plus Saturday, February 29th, Friday, February 28th, 2020. Saturday, February, Sunday, March 1st, 2020. Monday, March 2nd, Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020. Monday, March 2nd, Sunday, March. Saturday, February 29th, Friday, February 28th, 2020. Saturday, Navy, Ohio Street. In video, in BTN plus retrieving.
Here he goes into the shadow flange.
Holding those strength skills and those handstand
Nice.
positions, hitting all of those.
Holding the handstands. As you can see, there will be a slight deduction for the rings not being completely turned out. Here he goes into the L position. Oh, and then he falls there. No, that's going to be a huge mistake for Navy. Very unfortunate because that routine was looking very strong. And
And
here's a
we're getting that
replay.
replay of Jacob Murray right now in the vault performing a cause full.
Very nice. Slight 110 hop. He's clean in the air. The only deduction I could see there was just a slight bent knees on the entrance, but other than that, we should be expecting a huge score from him. And after Murray, we're going to have Sean Nybarger, the co-captain of the Ohio State men's gymnastics team, here on vault.
Yes, performing a Yurchenko style vault, which is that round off back handspring onto the table, and then performing a flip with twist after that. We'll be looking for a huge score from him.
Interesting to see how this performance goes for him.
Huge
Score. Slight. I don't know if the coach or if the judges just want to give him for being inbounds there, but he looks focused. He doesn't celebrate too much on that. He knows that's going to be a slight deduction, but he's able to go in and coach the rest of the team. Let's see. Here's a replay here again from Sean. Round off. Here's the Yurchenko that Dom was talking about. Goes in for the 2.5. That's going to be huge. That's huge
that hop
hop.
to the side there, they're going to get him. He definitely did cross that line.
Yeah.
Still should be a good score for the Buckeyes. He's following Jacob Murray's 13.85. We're looking for that 14 mark though on the vault right now. And then next up for the midshipman, we've got Jacob Carlson following Ryan Ork's 12.45. There'll be a huge performance out of him here.
And there we go, Kazuki Hayashi there, about to go on vault in the background. And goes straight body planche here. Here we go into the Yamawakis. Pike Giannisson, shadow planche, or shadow L position. There we go for the straddle planche, like I mentioned earlier. Here he goes, presses to handstand, very clean. Look at those handstands, the rings are turned out there, it's very nice. Here he goes, half and half out, slight step. He didn't really bend his knees on landing there, but he was able to pull a very nice and solid routine there from Carlson. Here's a replay here from Kazuki Hayashi, the freshman.
Cause full with a very small step there, maybe just a tenth or two.
He was very clean in the air.
Yes, very. And it appears that Sean Nybarger's score just came in as a 14.6.
That's ginormous for Ohio State.
Donovan Hewitt.
Falls on his 2.5. Very uncharacteristic like for Donovan Hewitt.
Unfortunate there, but the Buckeyes do need to keep in mind that there are 2 events left in this competition after vault, and they need to step it up in order to finish strong. You cannot get hung up in 1 week event or 1 week routine in the sport of gymnastics. You have to just move past it, and we'll be looking to see if the Buckeyes can do that here. Dexter Recker will be performing an exhibition vault for the Buckeyes today.
And Dex is a very solid vault guy as well. It'll be interesting to see what he can do during his exhibition.
Yeah, so we've got Zirin Lutchman here on the rings for the midshipman following Jacob Carlson's 13.45. They'll be looking to him for another strong ring performance here. Very strong athlete, Azarian cross there.
Goes into the cross. In the background there, Dexter stuck his vault, which is pretty insane. Coaches are going to be noticing that for the next competition. But here we go on the rings. Solid handstand.
Darren Lutchman, everyone, he is a strong ring performer for the midshipmen. Yamawaki now, just doing the tucked Yamawaki back up rise to an L. You can tell he's getting a little tired there.
Oh, half half and half out, but he's managed to stick the dismount.
Yep, that all-important stuck landing.
Universally known. If you move your step, or if you move your foot quite a bit, then it is a deduction. But here we go with Dex on vault, the exhibition. Does a Yurchenko, clean in the air as well. Sticks the dismount. I'm looking forward to seeing the score, see what he's capable of posting. But
unfortunately, it doesn't look like they did post that score, as it was just an exhibition and won't be counting to the team's final score. But I bet the coaching staff is really wishing that they had put him in that lineup there, as you know, a stuck fall is huge. We saw 2 of those from the midshipmen on their rotation, and the Buckeyes did not have any.
the Buckeyes had a career high of sticks here on vault the last time they were at Covelli Center. Rustam Sharapov, the Ohio State men's gymnastics coach, is stressing in the gym, sticks for vault. Very important. Very, very important for the scorers. You go prepping the bar, putting some honey and water on. Whole team working together here. But here we go with Baker on the rings. This is a very strong gymnast on this event.
Yeah, he will be following that strong performance by Darren Lutchman of the midshipmen. We'll be looking here for them to just continue to increase their scores as we get further into this lineup here. Usually you will strategically place your higher scores towards the back of a lineup and lead up to those higher scores in anticipation. So we'll be looking for that here from the midshipmen.
Going back to the rings here.
Yeah, Nehemiah Baker getting ready to go on the rings as he's following Darren Lutchman, who just posted a 13.35.
It's a big score on rings there. He goes into the straight body planche, lowers down to the Maltese. It is quite high, a little bit of false grip. Goes into the Maltese again.
Great show of strength here.
Goes looking like he's, swings up to the giant.
Strong handstand there.
Straddle L position. Takes a deep breath, getting ready for the rest of the routine. You see there a little slight arm bend on the press and handstand. Goes for the half and half out with an extra half. Nearly sticks it. Isn't able to pull it through. However, that routine was very solid from him. Very, very nice, clean, and strong routine. Here we go with the replay here. This is half and half out with an extra half. Takes a large 3/10 step. But the rest of the routine was strong and good, so we should be expecting a nice 13. Maybe mid-13 from him.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes now getting regrouped there as a team as we head into their final 2 events, which notoriously they've always had trouble finishing on these events throughout the season, both this year and last. While this year has been better, they need to do their best job today in order to keep the Navy midshipmen out of a win.
And here we go, back on the rings.
Josh Williams for the Navy midshipmen following Nehemiah Baker's 13.1.
It's a good grip where he starts his routine. He's a very powerful and strong gymnast on this apparatus.
Yes, and to keep this close, they're going to need him to really have a good routine, aim for that 14 mark in order to keep the competition close. Strength holds very good so far, level with the rings.
He goes to the L position. Swings through to the Yamawaki, to the Onison. Back.
In video playback error dialogue, an error occurred while in BTN Plus, Saturday, February 29. Navy, Ohio Street. In BTN Plus, retrieving.
honestly. Back into a plunge, shuttle plunge, into the swing through giant. As you can see, he's a very strong performer here on this event. Swings, again, swings through the giant as well. Goes in for the half and half out with an extra half. Takes a 3/10 hop there. But that's going to be a good routine for Navy. Post up a very, very strong looking routine. Here we go with his dismount there. Looking for the ground. Takes a small hop, but he is happy with that performance. It was overall a very strong routine for him.
Yeah, and it appears that the midshipmen may have an exhibition on the rings for them. So, after the break here, we will bring you back to the Covelli Center where the Ohio State men's gymnastics team is taking on the Navy midshipmen in rotation 5.
And here we are back here at the Covelli Center with the Ohio State Buckeyes in the lead with a 272.950 and Navy with a 256.800. Looks like they still need to get their last score posted, but nevertheless, Ohio State Buckeyes do seem to have the lead here. And then we do have Navy posting up one more person, however, but this is going to be an exhibition. This isn't necessarily counting towards their ultimate goal. Usually the point of exhibition is to expose the athletes towards a competition environment, which should give the coaches a better understanding of roster picks for the next competitions. So far, Dom, how do you think the competition is going for the Buckeyes and Navy as well?
I think that both teams have left a little bit out there for the judges to take on majority of their routines. By no means have they had the perfect meet of their lives today, but both teams are fighting, and it'll be interesting to see once we get this last score in for Navy on the rings, how close this competition really is. Both of these teams ranked very closely in NCAA, and while that's not the determining factor of who's going to win a meet always, it does shed some light on who has the upper hand. And the Buckeyes, being ranked higher, should be able to edge them out today, but we'll see. Huge 13.75 from Josh Williams. His score just came in. So we are finishing rotation 4 with a 272.95 from the Buckeyes, and Navy just being a little bit over 2 points behind with a 270.55. It'll just be very, very important that the Buckeyes continue to hit their routines on these last 2 events. There's no room for error.
Here we go into the cross here. Being very comfortable in that cross. There was no sign of struggle in his face. Here he goes into the tuck Yamawaki, high Yamawaki, L position. Presses up to Hansen, slight arm bend there. Giant. As you can see, the event total there for Navy is 270.550. Here he goes.
Ohio State is 272.
Nearly sticks the dismount there. That was a solid routine from him.
Yeah.
Looked like Josh Williams there had.
Huge exhibition score for them.
Looks like Josh Williams there had the highest posting score on rings. Coaching on his teammate, letting him know that he's doing a good job. Very awesome to see. But here we go with Ohio State on the parallel bars. Here, about to start it off. Start rotation 4.
We're on rotation 5 there. I made the same error earlier. They're getting ready to do their one-touch warm-up prior to their 5th rotation. You got Justin Oddshaw, one of the freshmen for the Buckeyes, up there on the parallel bars right now, getting all warmed up and ready to compete.
Yeah, this is their 2-minute touch here, which means they get 2 minutes worth of touching and feeling the equipment before they compete. But here we go. We're about to go on break here again from the Covelli Center with Ohio State Buckeyes leading the Navy midshipman with almost a 3-point score. See you here in a bit. Gymnastics going against Navy midshipmen's gymnastics. Here, Ohio State has a 272.950 against Navy with a 270.550, nearly a 3-point lead against them.
3-7
These two events
Iowa,
are the events that
Northwestern,
matter. However,
Minnesota,
Ohio State has been
Nebraska
having some issues in the past
3-13.
couple of competitions on finishing
Illinois
off. But
for
we'll see
Ohio
if they're
State.
capable of pulling around here.
The Big Ten
Yeah, as we
championship.
look forward to the remaining schedule for the Ohio State Buckeyes, none of those are to be taken lightly. They'll be at home at the Celeste Center next week against Iowa, the Iowa Hawkeyes, and the Northwestern, the NIU Gymnasts. And then the following week, traveling to Minnesota, and that'll be a tri-meet with Nebraska, and then the following week, closing out against Illinois at Illinois for their senior night. So they have 4 weeks back-to-back, and this starts that stretch. So, it'll be very important that those guys stay healthy moving forward. One event at a time, one meet at a time. And then
Navy's
leading up to
upcoming
that,
schedule:
Big
3-7
Championships.
California,
Now we look at
321
Navy's
Tempo,
upcoming schedule.
327
There's
USAG
the break
championships,
there. The next week,
ECAC
they'll be
championships.
Cal Berkeley, and they'll be at home to host Temple, and they'll be starting their championship run as well, which, given their season so far, they should be able to be one of the contending teams down the stretch.
Here's Ork on the high bar. Should be able to post a high 13. Swings very nicely on this event. Yamawaki here to the full spin.
It is very important on high bar to hit those handstand positions or be as close to them as possible, as the judges will take tenths off depending on how far away from that position you are.
Exactly. And it is very hard on this event to hit those handstands here. That, for example, was nice to handstand. He's into the mixed grip position there. Goes into the endo. That right there will be about a 3/10 worth of deduction just because of that angle that Dom was talking about earlier.
Still a very clean routine though, not much leg separation, no bent knees on the dismount and the tap, with a stuck landing. That'll be a nice score for the midshipmen.
Nice half and half out to end the routine. The solid stick score. Looking a little happy, a little bit with that routine. Got some nice high fives from the rest of the team. They're happy with that. But here we go with Justin Achow here on the parallel bars. Goes up into the handstand here.
Gymnast with very, very clean body lines. There we see his Diamondov straight to handstand. He is locked in right now. We'll be looking for that stuck landing here on the dismount, which will be very important.
Sticks to dismount. Very happy with that.
Huge for the Buckeyes there as their leadoff man, just as Ryan Ork did.
All right, here he goes. I don't think he's only missed about one stuck dismount here in the Cavelli Center. Chest is down there, however, he will receive deduction for that, but the rest of the routine was very solid and strong from Justin. The Buckeyes will be benefiting extraordinarily from that routine. Now, Don, how is Navy on the high bar?
Navy's ranked number 4 in the country on high bar, which is quite impressive. And they have the ability to, close in on the Buckeyes here, as the Buckeyes are ranked number 6 in the NCAA. It'll be important, though, like I said before this fifth rotation started, is hit routines. Everybody's got to do their job on both sides, and that's who's going to win this meet.
That's for sure. Still waiting on the score for Justin Achow on the parallel bars. We go with Andrew Brower here in parallel bars, who's definitely fighting for his position on previous competitions for parallel bars. He is definitely known for his clean parallel bar sets, known for staying on the parallel bars as well. And there we go with the fans there. bunch of the younger kids who are on the club team.
Yep, local gymnasts who Columbus, Ohio, out here to support the Buckeyes today.
You can go with Riley right there, Riley Ross. He's men's gymnastics athletic trainer.
He's their strength coach, who works closely with the wrestling team as well. So, you know, the Buckeyes are getting some very, very good input from a man who's
Definitely,
very successful.
He's definitely a guy who's to analyze everything around him and to assess it. And so usually after something like this happens,
In video playback error dialogue and error. In VTN plus Saturday, February 29th, Sunday, March 1st, Monday, Tuesday, March, Wednesday, Thursday, March 5th, Friday, March 6th, 20, Saturday, March 7th, Sunday, March 8th, 2020. Saturday, March 7th, 2020. Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Navy, Ohio Street. In VTN plus retrieving.
usually after something like this happens, that once the season's done, then you can know for sure that he's going to hit the weights hard with the rest of the team. So here we go with Brower on the parallel bars.
Redshirt junior here for the Buckeyes. They'll be looking for a huge hit routine from him following Justin Ochow.
Here we go to the routine. Solid press handstand.
As we see there in the corner, Ryan Ork on a 13.2 for the midshipman on high bar.
Swings up to the handstand here. See if Brower can do what he's supposed to do here. Swings up, holds it down. See if he can get through this Healy here. Yes, he does. Brower is very consistent and strong on this event. You can see he's fighting hard for that. Won't get full credit for that. However, he's not going to let that stop him here. Finishing the routine, all he has left is the dismount. Slight step on the dismount, but it was high. That routine was solid. Other than the studs, the rest of the routine was very clean, very solid from him. But here we go with the Navy replay here. See what he's about to do.
Got Ryan McVeigh on the high bar. Nice Yamawaki to a Gangari. Just a little far from the bar there. But again, you know, even though that was an error, it'll be very important for him to get back up and to continue this routine and perfecting the remainder of it.
Go top half into the quads.
One arm giant there. Little stall there.
Endo to handstand. Endo again. Looks like he might pull spin out of it. Yes, he does. We'll get 3/10 worth of deduction on that. However, he's looking very strong in this event. Goes into another stalder. Double. Little hop there. But other than that, that routine was clean from him. It will be interesting to see what the scores are going to be for that routine.
Yep. And looking now, you know, we see Justin Ochow's parallel bar score that just came in at a 14.1. I don't think that we'll be getting that same type of score from Andrew Brown just because of that stutz to handstand. That was a little short there. But other than that, he had a clean routine, so we should be expecting one in the mid-13s, I'd have to assume. But again, you know, we'll wait until we see that.
Yeah, for sure. And Andrew Brower is known for hitting his routines as well. It was very uncharacteristic, like, for him to falter like that on the parallel bars. But other than that, I mean, he stayed on and he finished the routine very cleanly. So it would be interesting to see what the judges decide to give him.
Yeah, and following Andrew Brower will be sophomore Angel Leo, who we saw earlier on the still rings, with a key performance for them. And he's a huge part of the success of this team. So we'll be looking for him to capitalize here on the opportunity to follow Andrew Brower and just pick the Buckeyes rise a little bit back up. Looks like Ryan McVeigh from the midshipman just got an 11.8 on the high bar. He had that fall there on his second release of the routine, but that score could be a lot lower if he had not gone back up and given it a 100%. Here's Angel Leone following Andrew Brower's 12.7 on the parallel bars, which was a lot lower than I anticipated. But it's all about Angel's got to go now. He's got to pick him back up.
For sure. Here he goes into a nice peach Hansen. Diamondov there. Little hand fumble. Here goes Giant. Swings through the half.
Huge Suarez right there. Huge Suarez.
More to support.
We'll be looking for him now. After this pirouette, he'll be doing it to pelt.
So pelts up, presses up. Very clean. Just has the studs here and needs to finish off the rest of the routine. Double pike. Sticks the dismount. That's a huge routine for the Buckeyes. Angel Leon. Oh, here we go with the Coleman on high bar for Navy. It's a starter.
A lot going on right now in this competition with Angel's stuck dismount there. And then we've got over on the high bar, the midshipman throwing some big releases in his high bar routine. We'll be looking for that stuck dismount from him as well.
Half and half out.
Small step.
Small step. That's
Ohio
what
State has a
But
score of
he was able to
299.
hit a
Navy's
solid
got
routine.
a
That was high flying Coleman
295.
score right there,
I
which is
saw
a
the score
full
posted
with
on
a
the
flip over the bar and
board
knee
back
catch.
there.
Very high flying release moves from Navy.
See,
I
this
believe that was
270 to
Ryan Ward.
272
My
isn't
apologies.
updated.
That was, yes, cash boost.
Yeah. We go with the Buckeyes still in the lead here with the 299.750 against Navy with the 295.550. Still anyone's game here, given the fact that we still have a few more contenders on both events, and we still have the last sixth rotation.
Yeah, and the midshipmen have some guys coming up on the high bar that can post some very, very big scores for them. We just now got an Angel Leone score at a 13.7. It looks like that last skill before his dismount, that sticks to handstand, it's going to cost him a few tenths there and keep him out of the 14 point score range. But now we've got the Canadian gymnast Jesse Tyndall coming out on the parallel bars, who has the ability to score that 14 and higher score, and no better time to do it than the present.
For sure, Jesse Tyndall, former national team member for Canada, is known for his awesome parallel bar movement.
Giant Diamondov, giant, and it's a pelt right there. Packed in some difficulty early on.
It's one bar, very clean right there. Diamondov, very clean in the support skills. Stutz, handstand, didn't quite make it fully. Piece to support.
Looking for that huge dismount now from Tyndall.
See if we can pull it around. Sticks the dismount. Huge for Jesse. Cause is happy with that. The rest of the team is happy. That was a huge, huge routine for Jesse Tyndall and for the Buckeyes.
Yes, that was very, very important for the Buckeyes right there. Not having perfect routines early on in the lineup, but certainly not bad. But he's able to go out there and put an exclamation mark onto this rotation.
Sure, we still have...
Just got the midshipman's last high bar score. Cash boost got a 13.5. I believe that's the highest score on high bar that we've seen from their rotation thus far. And they'll be looking to continue to improve on that.
And here's Gambaptiste here on the high bar. There's a Yamawaki, high-flying Yamawaki.
Max Gerber.
Max Gerber. He goes for
Stretch
the
to Kacha.
Oh!
Oh,
Unfortunate fall there.
that was a huge release too. He had that turned over and got those hands on the bar. Rule of thumb is you get those hands on the bar, you gotta hang on.
Yeah. Usually whenever that happens, I mean, it looked like his hands were on the bar. It's just he got a little too comfortable. It's either he got too comfortable or peeled.
Let's see. This is 1 hour and 21
off.
minutes.
It looked like he peeled off through the bottom. preferably or most likely just relaxed his grip there. Felt a little too comfortable with it. It is unfortunate for Navy and Gerber as well, but he's going to try finishing off this routine strongly. Will be about a point off of his routine.
Wow, that's a surprise. They have Jesse Tyndall over at a 13.65 on the parallel bars. And junior captain Sean Nybarger, they'll be looking on his leadership right now to come through and show these judges that they're worthy of a 14-0 score. So let's watch this captain go to work. Max Gerber, though, on the high bar, got back up, did his job. Even got that stuck landing, which is very important.
It was a very clean routine from him after the falter there. Here we go, Sean Nybarger on the parallel bars.
Peach handstand, nice.
Slide foot separation. That skill was actually named after a former alumni of the Buckeyes.
Huge to pelt there as well. Just looking for that Suarez here.
Suarez, very nice.
Now he just has to bring it home for the Buckeyes with that double pike dismount.
Nearly sticks it. We'll get quite a bit of deduction there for his legs and feet. However, he's able to finish the Buckeyes off with a solid hit routine.
Yes, that is very important, especially going into their last rotation now. While both teams have been having errors on this fifth rotation, it is still not over until the last athlete's foot hits the mat. Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I'm not even going to take a stab at what Nybarger would score on parallel bars because the judges would probably just get it wrong.
The judges do seem to be quite harsh today on the parallel bars. It does seem as if they are taking a little bit more than expected, but it's all good. We can see here
Ben Provost
back on the high bar here for Navy.
Yep, their fifth man in the lineup. He'll be their last routine. Looking for a huge hit here. That's what they need right now to stay in contention with the Buckeyes. There we go. We saw earlier his teammate.
In video playback error dialogue, an error occurred while trying. In BTN plus SAD. Navy Ohio Street. In BTN plus retrieving.
His teammate had faltered on that second release and that connection. But Ben has not. Here we go into a stretch to Kachev.
Oh, very unfortunate fall there. Let's see what happens. Looks injured there. He
looks like he might have tweaked his shoulder there.
Looks like he's good though. Looks like he's able to get back on the high bar. Need to chalk up and get back up and finish the routine out for Navy.
Looks like Nybarger's score is in right now. We've got Jacob Murray doing an exhibition on the parallel bars for the team. And Nybarger scored a 13.550, which will definitely help their team total score. Not quite sure where the deductions were on that routine, or at least that many, but, I'm not the judge for a reason.
Here we go, Provis back on the bar after an unfortunate laid out Tkachev fall.
And we've got Ben right now doing a straddle Tkachev. Looks like he'll move on from that layout Tkachev and not repeat the skill. This was a very uncharacteristic performance from the midshipmen on the high bars. They have proved to be a solid high bar lineup and team up until this point today.
Like we said before, Navy is number 4 on high bar. It looks like, however, this may change after today's competition due to a series of unfortunate events.
Yep, and that there closes out the 5th rotation of competition. The Buckeyes, again, getting regrouped and ready to bring it home, hopefully on this final event on their senior night, and keep Navy away from a victory. And then, the midshipmen will be over on the parallel bars looking to continue a strong performance and, make it as close as possible. These two teams are both phenomenal. They've got phenomenal coaching, phenomenal staffs, from the head coach to the trainers, everyone. Both teams are well taken care of.
And here we go with Justin Achow scoring the 14.1. The freshman actually scored higher than most of the rest of the team, able to carry that lower score of Andrew Brower there for Ohio State's parallel bars. Here we go with Navy regrouping, trying to finish strong here, see if they can make a difference in the tides between the two teams. Very interesting to see what Navy can do here on parallel bars.
Yeah, but first we're finishing up with an exhibition performance from the midshipmen on high bar, so they'll have one more routine that does not count towards their final score, and it would appear as though Ben's high bar scored at 12.5, so after the fifth rotation, we are sitting at Ohio State with a 340.65, and the Naval Academy at a 333.85. So it appears they're just under 7/10 there in difference. So, we'll be looking for a strong sixth rotation from both teams. Both teams are highly capable of hitting that 400 mark, and that's something that in men's gymnastics we look for.
Here we go with the Kovacs over the bar.
Huge Kovacs there.
Arms are straight coming out of it, which is very nice. He winds up for a straddle hot shift there, very clean. Does a flying giant.
Yeah, we see some of those scores there from the midshipmen, and it appears though, with the exception of Ben, some of those falls and falters really costed them in their team score for that event and their team score overall. Hopefully that does not have great impact on their final team score against the Buckeyes. But it's all about performing until the last guy lands.
Sticks the dismount there. Unfortunately for Navy, that's exactly what they needed on their lineup. However, he was only there for exhibition, which is most likely going to change for the next competitions here for Navy. But then again, that was all a series of unfortunate events that happened for Navy. It's not typical for that, for their team. But here we go, going on break here with Ohio State leading against Navy with a very large lead, 340.65 against 333.850. We will be back here from the Covelli Center. See y'all. And welcome back to the Covelli Center. Here in the last rotation, we have Ohio State Buckeyes leading with a 340.650 against Navy Midshipmen with a 333.850. Both teams here are looking pretty strong. However, Navy here is only down lower than Ohio due to a few falters on the high bar here. But they are able to hopefully turn this around on the parallel bars. They are known for having strong parallel bars, and see if they can make some changes, make a statement.
This is after 5 rotations.
Right here,
so
Navy
the 6th
is
rotation is the last
number
rotation.
11 on the parallel bars. However, they are also known for pulling together, pulling their weight on the parallel bars no matter what happens. And then we also have the Ohio State Buckeyes they are number 6 here on the high bar, so not too strong events to finish out with for both teams. However, they're going to need to pull something through here if they want to beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. So, Don, what do you think of the competition here so far?
I think that it's going to get really interesting here. We've got senior captain Michael Chan on senior night performing high bar as the leadoff guy for the guys. Huge Yamawaki right there. We'll get a strong performance out of him, I believe.
Here we go. The competition is already started here with the top half.
As Kovacs now, just got to put this on the bar, and then it should be smooth sailing to the end.
Kovacs here.
Kovacs.
Unfortunate. Has to
air there.
Switch the rotation there. Goes into Stalder.
That'll negatively impact his score there. You're supposed to giant out with that skill, which will be a huge deduction. He's got to fight, though, to finish this routine for his team.
Does an endo in the mixed grip position, which is very, very hard to do there. Giants running for the dismount. Sticks the dismount. That will be the last routine Michael Chan ever does here at the Covelli Center. Chan has ended with a statement, did have an error there, but he is willing to set the tone for the rest of the team, ready to motivate them, ready to push it through. This isn't about him, this is about his team, and he made that clear from the beginning of the competition. Michael Chan, you will be missed here at Cavelli.
Yeah, that was a huge set for him, and minus that air and that routine, I mean, getting to end your home competition career, specifically in the Cavelli Arena, because again, next weekend the Buckeyes will be at home, but at the Celeste Center outside of Cavelli. He ended with that stuck dismount. That's important. That's got to feel good. And next up, we'll see from the Buckeyes on the high bar, freshman Kazuki Hayashi. In the midshipmen, just had a strong leadoff performance from David Toussaint on the parallel bars with a stuck double front dismount. His presence on that team is so important to their success. He's a leader, and he's a guy they can count on.
Chan has always told me and the other guys, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish, and that's exactly what he did there on the high bar. He finished strong with his dismount, even though he didn't start too well in the routine, making that last statement here at the Cavelli Center for him.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes now doing their OHIO chant here with the home crowd, getting that energy on their side, which is so important here, especially during this final rotation. Not only does it get the fans more involved, but it also challenges and pushes the athlete to do even better. They know they've got people watching them and people supporting them. Michael Chan's score brings it in a 12.7.
Definitely not the score that the Buckeyes were hoping for to start it off. However,
Kazuki Hayashi, he can fix that for him right now.
For sure.
With that huge
Yamawaki. Known for his high-flying releases on high bar. High bar is probably one of, if not the best events here for Kazuki.
Yeah, performing a new skill that he's been working in practice, the talk half. And, that looked pretty good. Missed the perfect handstand position, but, not far from it. Fingertips there on that Kovacs. Very important, Like I said, hit routines. I don't care how they do it.
Snags the bar again for the Tkachev there. But he's done with his releases here. All that's left is small things until the dismount. See what he does here. He goes full spin. Will be about a 3/10 deduction there. However, he's continuing it.
They're going to need this stuck landing right now.
He's going to have to stick this. Sticks the dismount here for Kazuki Hayashi. The freshman pumps his arms of approval. The team is excited for that one. That will be a high-flying set for Kazuki.
Yeah, very important. Looking over there on the parallel bars right now, they just had another hit routine.
Navy, Ohio Street.
A midshipman following David Toussaint, who got a 13.45.
There's like 15 minutes
Nick
left.
McVeigh on the parallel bars.
Yeah,
Here with the replay.
Ryan McVeigh, another strong athlete for the midshipmen. While this isn't their strongest
Each
event,
half.
they're showing up. They're still showing that they've got some fight left in them.
Go into the rest of the routine here for Navy. Diamondov a little bit off to the side there.
This is a long routine.
Navy does have some strong guys capable of pulling high endurance sets on each event. See how he finishes this with a replay. Double pike, big hop. That's going to be a huge deduction. See what the judges give him.
Yeah, the Buckeyes now have Justin Ochow following Kazuki, who just posted a 13.35, which is very, very important.
In video playback error dialogue and error. In BTN plus Saturday. Navy, Ohio Street button. Press OK to select. In video. In loading video. Please wait.
Important. We want to see those scores getting higher as the lineup progresses. And, Justin's another one of those athletes that can do that. He's got to put his mind to it.
Justin Ochoa, former national team JO member, is known for his clean sets. See if he's capable of pulling through on the steel bar today. Goes for the Yamawaki, slight arm bend.
He'll be doing a talk as well,
which is a new skill for him. Nice, a little bit late.
Get that Kovacs on the bar as well, just like these other freshmen did.
Grasp the bar there. stalled her through.
Very clean lines the freshman has. You know, focusing on hitting those
Endo.
handstand positions.
Full spin, full spin. Endo again. As you can see, he's very clean throughout the routine. High flying skills. Winds up for the dismount. Should be double laid out. Pushes through, stuck. Dismount from Justin Notchow. He's excited with that routine. Cause is happy. That's going to be huge for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Interesting to see what the judges will give him for that.
Yeah, not only does the team look excited, but Coach Rustam Sherry Pop looks very pleased with that routine. Over on the parallel bars right now, we've got Ryan Ork following his teammates 12.85. You know, they're still in this fight.
Go with a 3/10 step there, but he looks happy with that. Here we go. See what Justin Notchow is capable of posting.
Yeah, next up we've got the sophomore duo, Angel Leone and Jesse Tyndall. You know, both of these guys are, again, key to the success of this team. Angel Leone, you know, I believe the last time he was here in Cavelli posted a mid-14 on the high bar.
Here we go with Justin Notchow with the replay. Double, dismount. Sticks the dismount. Chest is down though. That will be a slight deduction there.
Yeah, but that stuck landing is the most important piece to that right there. And, you know, building into the next routine, we've got Angel Leone, capable of that mid-14 score following Justin Notchow's 13.65. We look to Angel now to, you know, just go up there and do his thing. You know, he is a high-flying kid. He will have a lot of releases here.
His basics are very, very clean all around.
Yeah,
with every event.
Yeah, being ranked 13, or having the score of a 13.813 as his average throughout the season puts him at second in the NCAA, hitting those handstands there on both of those jam skills. We get into his releases.
Layout, Kachev flying high with the release. Here he goes. Straddle to Kachev.
Got one more to Kachev now.
Does he pull it through? Up half. Pulls it through. Straight arms. Right there.
And the rest is history. He's got to get that stuck dismount here on the landing. And, you know, this routine will be like the others.
Stuck dismount from Angel Leon. He's happy with that routine. That will be a huge routine for the Buckeyes. That is insane. Insanely clean throughout the air. Insanely high difficulty right there as well for the Buckeyes. Now here we go back to Navy on the parallel bars with Gerber.
Yeah, Max Gerber here from the midshipman. You know, he's following his teammates 11.85. You know, this again is not one of Navy's strongest events, and to have to end on it just makes it that much harder. But you know, they've got the fight. They're not giving up. You can tell that every single one of these guys is putting up their best effort. I don't know if it'll be enough to close on the Buckeyes, especially after that performance from Leone. But you know, their efforts are not going unrecognized.
For sure, and then Gerber just did that double pike dismount, the slight hop right there, trying to finish off a slightly rough routine with a good dismount. See what he does here. The double pike, slight hop there.
Yeah, now we've got sophomore Jesse Tyndall up on the high bar, bringing it back to close out the competition for the Buckeyes, following Angel Leone's huge 14.4 routine, which, you know, I think that the judges listened to me on that one with the mid-14. You know, we look to Jesse to be able to do the same thing as Angel just did. You know, he's got Takachev right here.
Should be stretch position. Grasp the
Huge
bars.
release. Straddle now.
Grasp the
Yep,
bars.
and, you know,
Causes dancing there a little bit.
the rest is easy. The rest is easy. He's just got to focus on his basics now. Hit those handstand positions, and, you know, the Buckeyes will be putting an exclamation mark on this event today.
Stuck dismount. That is the end of the competition for the Ohio State Buckeyes. What a way to finish the routine with Jesse Tyndall on the high bar with his duo Angel right there. That was an insane finish to the competition. The Ohio State Buckeyes have finished very strongly here.
Yeah, here in the replay, you'll see it hitting these handstands before the dismount and then finding that stuck landing. Again, one of the most important things in the routine, you know. Little form break, but, you know, stuck landing, most important part of the dismount, you know. I don't care what everybody says about, you know, form in the air, you know, he still found the dismount landing, which was important. And I think that his score will resemble a 14 or higher. The Buckeyes will have sophomore Paul Burney doing an exhibition on the high bar, who is capable of, you know, those high flying releases as well. But it will not be before Deering Lutchman, the fifth man for the midshipmen's parallel bar lineup.
Here we go. Lutchman here. The Healy pushes through. A little bit shaky there. Goes up to the peach half. Very
Huge
nice.
peach half. Huge peach half right there. Little form break there in the peach handstand.
Drives through.
Huge
Diamondov.
Diamondov. Little form break there.
Up into the peach. Support. In the background, we have an exhibition for the Ohio State, Paul Burney. Double pike, finishes it. Large deduction. He's able to finish the routine out for Navy.
Yeah, Paul Burney right now following that huge 14.15 from
Fortunately,
Jesse Tyndall.
stumbles here.
That was huge for the Buckeyes.
He was coming in very hot as well.
Buckeyes got
He did a
408,
very high
Navy's
flying
got
coming.
384.
It's just uncharacteristic like for him to do something like that. It could potentially be because, you know, this is the last event. He's the last up since he's in exhibition. Usually Paul is known for hitting these routines. It's just a matter of how the roster pick is. That's a little unfortunate, but usually he's able to finish off with a double-double. Nearly sticks it, but Paul finishes off the routine. Paul did very good. Approval from Cause.
Yeah, that was huge for the Buckeyes. Huge performance by the Buckeyes from start to finish.
And there we go, as you can see, with Angel Leon leading the Ohio State men's gymnastics high bar scores with a 14.4, with Jesse right below him with a 14.150. Those are some high scores right there for the Buckeyes on high bar. Buckeyes will be happy to pull the dub here today.
Yeah, rounding out the day with a 408.9. Certainly on track for how they want to be improving from competition to competition. You know, we look back at the first event on the floor, we had some airs. You know, they also had some airs on the pommel horse. A few tenths left out there on the vault. Not much of an issue on the still rings, though, if I remember correctly. Huge parallel bar performance, huge high bar performance. Now, you know, Rustam's down there talking to the guys, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's telling them anything less than a great job today. You know, they showed up, and we just got Navy's final score in a 397.2.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes close to that 410 mark there, like Don was talking about earlier. But here we go, going to break with the Buckeyes leading the dub with a 408.900 and Navy with a 397.200. We'll be back here from the Cavelli Center. Thanks for tuning in.
See, that's the final. 397.2 for Navy. 408.90 for the Buckeyes. Yeah, so the Buckeyes won by like
And
probably
welcome back to the
11
Cavelli Center
points.
here with the final score posted of Ohio State with a 408.900 against Navy Midshipmen 397.200. Ohio State pulling almost a 410 against Navy, which is insane there.
Yeah.
Here we go. Both teams did pretty solid.
Yeah, you know, today was no perfect day for either team, as both teams definitely left out some of what they have in the tank on the competition floor, you know.
In video playback aired. NBTN Plus Saturday, February 20. Navy Ohio Street. In video. NBTN Plus retrieving.
Ohio Ohio State with a 408.900 against Navy Midshipmen 397.200. Ohio State pulling almost a 410 against Navy, which is insane there.
Yeah.
Here we go. Both teams did pretty solid.
Yeah, you know, today was no perfect day for either team, as both teams definitely left out some of what they have in the tank on the competition floor. You know, Navy posted, I believe this is their lowest score of the whole season. They haven't dropped below the 400 mark. And the Buckeyes, you know, doing what they've been doing all year. You know, showing up, posting a score that's close to that 410 mark, still searching for that 410 mark, and you know they will continue to have the opportunity to do that next weekend and the following before the Big Ten championships.
And here we go with the award presentation here.
Yeah. Right now they've got the 14.4 on floor. Kazuki Hayashi's being recognized for the highest score out of the performance.
With freshman Kazuki Hayashi doing very, very well here at today's competition and the previous competitions on the floor.
Yeah.
Here
Luke
we go.
Stigliani and Rehart Trams, the sophomore duo on the pommel horse, getting the highest score than me with a 13.8. That's awesome. Over on the still rings, 13.8 from Max Andrushenko. Another huge score for the Buckeyes.
So far, it's just been Buckeyes here. That sounds like a movie. There we
Yeah,
go.
from Navy. I think that was Travis Keller. Travis Keller from Navy with a 14.7 on the vault. Justin Ochoa with a 14.1 there on the parallel bars, which led the Buckeyes, which was huge. That performance was huge.
For sure. Here we go with another Ohio State.
Yeah, Angel Leo with that 14.4, which, if you note, that will add to his national average and keep him up there in that top three, potentially keep him in that top three ranking. You know, just got to come out and do that performance every single weekend, which is hard to do, but, you know, he's found a way to do it.
Here we go with the 408.900. The Ohio State Buckeyes coming with the dub against Midshipman Navy here. Again with 397.200. Overall, a very solid and good competition from both teams. Both teams actually could have performed a lot better than expected. However, they still have a lot of room for improvement for the next competitions to come when champs comes around and when those major competitions do come. So this is definitely not the end that you want to see from Navy or the Ohio State Buckeyes. There's still a lot of improvements to go around, but each team is getting there. So unfortunately, Navy falters a little bit. They lose against the Ohio State due to falters on 2 events, but other than that, solid performance from Navy, solid performance from the Buckeyes as well.
Yeah, practicing some good sportsmanship there on both ends, you know, win or lose. Everyone's kind of just has a mutual respect for one another. So, you know, we thank you all for watching and joining us today and watching the Buckeyes take a victory over the Midshipmen. We look forward to seeing you guys later this season during the Big Ten Championship and NCAA Championship.
And I'm Christian Bartolini here with
Dominic Shuley.
And thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.
Saturday, February 29th, 2020.
Hit the big red button and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.